Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, how are you?
All right.
How are
Greetings.
you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you today?
I'm good. I was just sitting up here laughing at myself, like, wow, what a day. What a day. It started last night. This day started last
Hmm.
night, but it's good. I'm staying in good spirits and I'm laughing at myself and I'm just moving on. That's all you can do. Just move on, laugh at yourself, and just keep going. I'm okay. I'm actually okay. Because whatever I'm going through or I
Hmm.
think I'm going through, I'm gonna be okay.
I
I
know
think
that's
that's a
right.
show topic. What do you think? Let's talk about this, Dr. Tyra. What do you think?
Hmm.
Do you
I
think
think.
we're living in
Hmm.
reality right now?
Ooh, that's a good topic. Do I think we live in reality right now?
Yeah.
You know what? Everybody has their own reality, right?
Okay.
And it's just like when we look at reality and we look at realness, it's like everybody has their own sense of reality. So it's with that is being able to define what does your reality look like.
Mhm.
Because when you look at reality, looking at reality is the same as looking at normalcy, right?
Mhm.
Everybody say you want to be normal, you want to be normal, but everybody has their own sense of normal. Everybody's normal
Absolutely.
ain't the same. So it's being able to say, okay, so what does my normal look like? And what does your reality look like? When we look at the year of 2024 and all of the things that's happened over the past 10 months, 10 and a half
Mhm.
months, it's like, ooh, it just makes you, it really makes you, think about life. That's number one. Second, guess some
Right.
of the things that's going on, and I guess where it looks like, are we actually living in what kind of reality are we really living in? Because we never seen a lot of the things that's happening now. We never seen that happen in our day and time. From the high levels of crime that's happening from city to city to all of the natural disasters. Mother
Mhm.
Nature been showing out, right?
Yes. Absolutely.
And
Oh,
Mother Nature been
yeah.
going nuts. And I
Mhm.
mean, she menopausal like the rest of the world. We all going through
Mhm.
menopause, and maybe Mother Nature is too. But also looking at it's just a number of factors. Looking at the job
It is.
market. Looking at the job market, and the young man exposed to some folks the other week on social media. His job was to create jobs to pretend like that employers were hiring when they really weren't, and
Oh.
they terminated him on some BS, and he was like, "Okay, I ain't signing a non-compete, so I'm gonna tell it all." So he told
Oh.
it and started exposing various companies for doing this.
Companies that
So,
we know.
oh gosh, yes, it was a whole list of them. I'm not going to get into details on which ones. I have to go online and I'll send it to you. You know,
Mhm.
but it was amazing. Like he was like, I posted on Indeed. Like he posted jobs, and it's like, and people are wondering, like they're applying for jobs. He said, but they get the information and use it for other purposes. And he was just like, he was going in, and it had nothing to
Oh.
do with, so it doesn't have nothing to do with the job platform. It had something to do with those particular companies,
Got
you
it.
know. And it was something, it just made you really question a lot of things going on. So when you look at reality, yeah, you know, when did we get here? When
Yeah.
did we get here?
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
remember when I was in grad school some years ago. I bought I bought this thing. I don't know where it is right now, but what it said was, "Don't let your reality ruin your day.
Mhm. Mhm. And that's
Don't
exactly
let
what
your
we're talking about.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Don't let your reality ruin your day." So everybody, welcome to a mental health minute with Doctors Candace and Dr. Tyra. Look,
Yes.
thank you all for joining us today. Look, we came in just chitting and chatting and talking.
I know. I know. Like, thank y'all for joining. Exactly.
Yes.
Because
So,
I
but
just
this is
wanted to know,
basically
like,
on our
what's going
topic.
on.
I
Yeah.
don't know. What do you make of it? I mean, because you know what, believe it or not, it was like me and Dr. Candace had a number of topics scheduled for this evening to talk about. And and
Mm-hmm.
I said, ooh, something must have happened this week for Dr. Candace to
Oh
say,
yeah.
let's do entrepreneurship or authenticity. Which one we doing? And I said, you know what? We can do entrepreneurship and we can do the pitfalls and successes of entrepreneurship. And that is our topic for this evening. Business has been businessing lately. Okay.
Yes.
And and I think this past couple weeks has been a whole vibe. And it's so funny because
Mm-hmm.
we should have had a special guest this evening because then I know
I
she
think
would have
so.
wanted to look, I know she would have wanted to come on because let me tell you,
Yeah.
I'm not going to expose, what happened. But yeah, it was some businesses doing some business,
Yeah.
and the
And it's
things
tough.
that it's really tough. But the
Mm-hmm.
thing is, people think entrepreneurship is easy. But when I was thinking about our topic earlier today, I wanted to set the record straight for a lot of people out here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's folks out here, and I don't know if you knew this, right? That think because we have doctoral degrees that we are wealthy financially,
No.
that
No.
we're
Not at
rich.
all.
I'm not saying me and you per se. I'm saying they're
Yeah.
saying word on the streets is people are thinking that people who have the doctor DR in front of their name, DR, JD, all of that, right? Whatever classifies you as a doctor, that you are financially wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
And when I heard this, when it was said to me, I was like, really? I said, well, you got
Mm-hmm.
300,000 I can borrow so I can
Right?
pay student loan.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, this is a misconception that a lot of people have, that when people have their own businesses and when people have, decided to continue on with their education, that they are at a certain financial level.
Yes.
And I'm here to tell y'all tonight, and Dr. Candace can chime in with her, with what she has to say about this topic. It's not
Mm-hmm.
true, so people need to get the misconceptions like really out of their head, that this is what it
Mm-hmm.
is. You know what I mean? We work hard to earn these titles, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you don't get a degree and get $1 million with the degree. Okay,
Exactly.
like they not handing out cash and degrees at the same damn time. That's just not happening.
Mm-mm.
We wish they would.
That is true. Right?
We wish it was.
Yeah.
But this is the reason that
Yeah.
I wanted to share that. You have anything to say about that?
Absolutely. That misconception has to go out the window because we pay more for the price of getting the degree is way more than what we are paid.
Can you
That's
say that
something.
again for the people in the back? Because they don't
The
hear
price,
us.
exactly. The price of receiving a degree in law, whether it be your JD, your PhD, your PsyD, your doctorate in nursing, your doctorate in mathematics, whatever it may be, your what we pay for in the degree itself, we don't make that up monetary value in the dollar. We don't. It is a misconception. We have to work really hard and we have to go into certain fields and we it takes time because when you first start out, if even if you are a hospitalist, such as an ND or MD, nurse, whatever,
Mhm,
and that we're called a hospitalist when you work at the hospital,
mhm,
you start at the low totem pole. You
mhm,
at the lowest, and you have to work your way up. If you are a therapist, and if you're working for someone else, you're gonna start at a certain level because you new to this, so you have to
mhm,
accumulate 3,000
Mhm.
hours. You have to go through so much for licensing. And not
Mhm.
only that, you have to build your own and your own
Mhm.
momentum and your own tips and everything when you're starting off as an entrepreneur. So the money just does not come. And this is something that you have to want to do. Don't go
Mhm.
into any of these fields. Don't be like everybody, oh, I want to get my grad degree. I think I'm going to get my doctorate as well. Make sure you know what you're doing. Don't go into it for the money. Go into it because it's something that, yeah,
Mhm.
that's what I want to do. And I want a
Mhm.
higher education behind it because it's a deeper understanding of
Mhm.
whatever it may be, whatever modality, whatever it may be. You have a different
Mhm.
and a higher understanding of it,
Mhm.
not the fundamental. Now you went to comprehensive understanding
Mhm.
when you are on graduate and doctorate level. Other than that, if you're looking at it for just money, go on and get your little bachelor's. You're hearing it from Auntie Candace. Go on, get your little
Mhm.
bachelor's
Mhm.
and go on and bootstrap it and go on do what you need to do and get a whole bunch of certificates. That is my advice. Get you some certificates and some stuff and go head on. And go on and be a coach and go on and go head on because you have a lot of therapists and a lot of people that have PhD, PsyD, and different things are pivoting into other things to have other streams of
Mhm.
income, you know.
Mhm.
So that's my advice. So we're going to talk about
Sure.
that tonight too.
Right. But let me show you. This is how my degree came in the mail.
Really?
This is how my doctorate came in the
Oh
mail.
yeah.
The,
Oh yeah, I
the
get it.
post so the post office took and bent it up like this and put it in the mailbox. So that
Yes.
shows you how much anybody thinks of anything. I called and
Exactly.
got a new one. I called and got a new one coming out. But
Yes, I know.
it came bent up, and I was just like, what? I don't care. I'm just gonna keep. And everybody's like, no. I didn't realize that these doctoral degrees. I got to look at the other degrees that I have, the recent ones, but it actually has serial numbers on the bottom of it. Did you see? Did you ever notice that?
Yes. Yes.
Had no girl, was a whole barcode on the damn bottom of the degree. Had no idea. Like, people don't understand the level. We need to have a whole conversation about the level of
Yes.
what this is, so that people can
Exactly.
really understand, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And so, but that's a whole nother topic that we'll talk about, at a later date. But when I think about this topic tonight, the reason that we chose this topic is because one thing people need to understand that the mental health challenges that entrepreneurs face is real. And tonight
It
we're going
is.
to talk about how to overcome those challenges and thriving in business. We're going to talk about practical coping strategies and self-care tips for entrepreneurs, right? One
Absolutely.
thing, let me tell you, let me share a fact. Look, tonight I have a fact, y'all.
He
Studies
said, I got
show
a fact.
that, I got a fact, y'all. Study shows that 49% of entrepreneurs struggle with at least one form of mental health condition, including stress, anxiety, or depression. And
Oh
so,
yeah.
yeah, and we see it happen, and the thing
All
is,
the time.
this is a conversation that we really should have. You know, um, we know that this is not an easy, being an entrepreneur is not for the faint at heart, right? But what we want
Mm-mm.
to remind all of our entrepreneurs out here today is that you are not alone in these struggles, and that there are resources out there and there are people out there that can help you. And what people need to understand
Exactly.
is success is not just about financial achievements. It's also about the mental resilience, personal growth, and well-being.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
so that's what we're going to be talking about this evening. And so,
Beautifully said. Yes, absolutely. So let's get started. Again, thank you everyone for joining us. Please like, subscribe, and share. And for the ones that come in later, we would love to hear comments from you and we talk back. So please talk to us. This is a conversation. So flood the comments, talk to us, And because we
Hmm.
love to hear from you and we want your opinion. If you're starting, this is a good topic for anyone that's in entrepreneurship now or that's
Hmm.
trying to start to be an entrepreneur or even thinking about being an entrepreneur. This is an
Right.
amazing topic because it has some great values. It has a
Hmm.
lot of good. So it has its high and
Hmm.
lows. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. And it's important that you know that because I'm here to
Hmm.
tell y'all a secret. When I first started, of course, I know that there's high and low and everything, but I didn't know it was going to be this many damn lows.
Girl.
I didn't know. I didn't know. I
I'm
didn't know. But
telling
do
you.
I enjoy the high? Yes. Do I enjoy the highs
Hmm.
and all of the good things that happen and all of the things that's happened in my business and my branding and with my patients and my clients? Because I have two sets.
Hmm.
I have patients and I have clients. So
Right.
all it's just some good things. But
Hmm.
then it's some lows that
Yeah.
will make you say, I think I'm gonna go work for someone else. I think I'm done.
Let me tell you, and it's so funny though. I have so many people that I've talked to on a regular, and and people that have jobs, they're like, I don't want to work. I don't want to have a job. I want to have my business. I want to work my business full time. And I'm like, but if you talk to everybody that got a business, everybody got a business. Like, yo, I would like to have vacation time. I
Yes,
want
we want
vacation
like
time. I want sick
yeah,
time. It's like we can't be sick. We can't go on vacation. Like if we don't plan
yeah,
strategically, everything has
yes,
to be planned
everything.
strategically. And and not to say, that it's a terrible thing to plan strategically, but it's always nice to go on somebody else's dime. Like
It is
we work hard. We work hard.
very,
I'm not going. I'm gonna give us that. But we need to be
very.
able to, you know, it's very comforting to know
Yes,
when you work a job every day that when you go home the job is over.
exactly.
When you clock out at 5 is the day is over and you can start your new day, whether it be
Mhm,
do nothing or whether
mhm.
it be, if you have a part-time business, that's on you. you
Exactly.
know but it's a
Mhm.
whole different vibe, and there's nothing wrong with working a job and having a business. You can do the
Yeah.
if you are mentally able to handle both at the same time, then go ahead, be my guest.
Mhm.
But my thing is, for those who are thinking about doing it full time and don't have a plan, I suggest you sit back and you think about it. Think long and
Yeah.
hard, right? Because this is not it's not an easy task. And so,
Absolutely. So what
so
you want to get them? So what you want to start with, Dr. T? You want to start with the highs, the lows? What we starting with
we're
them?
we're gonna start with the mental health challenges of entrepreneurship. We're gonna start with the
Okay.
lows, right? And then
Okay.
start with the low so we can end on a high note, right? And so
Yes.
the lows that a lot of people experience, the mental health challenges of entrepreneurship is the number one problem, financial pressures.
Mhm.
You know, Entrepreneurs often face significant financial stress, especially in the early stages of the business. But I'm not going to just leave it at the early stages of business, right? I'm going to say, it can happen at any time, depending on the type of company that you have, and
Mhm.
depending on what type of entrepreneur you are, and what you have
Mhm.
going on. A lot of people do a lot of things that any accountant or attorney will suggest you not to do, and that's commingling your funds. If
Mhm.
you're an entrepreneur, you should be paying yourself a check,
Mhm.
whether you do it every week, every 2 weeks, or once a month, not commingling the funds. And
Mhm.
so that's where a lot of the financial stress comes from. If you're in a service-based business, right, such as myself, Dr. Candace, and millions and millions of others out there, right? Um, we're in positions where if people don't show up, if they don't show up for appointments or show up to purchase your products, we don't get paid. And that's the
Mhm.
same, like if a person has a store, if nobody goes in that store, that person doesn't get paid, which equals
Mhm.
financial stress, right? Which equals
Mhm.
depression, which it equals anxiety. These is all real issues that people have. There's a study that says that 72% of entrepreneurs report feeling stressed due to financial concerns.
Mhm.
You know,
Absolutely. I totally agree. I totally agree
hmm
with that because I have experienced that, especially early on in my career, and
hmm
I see a lot of
hmm
people experiencing that. I will
hmm
say, not only that with the financial concerns and when you're in a service-based business and when they don't show up, when you see that happening, my advice to up and coming and even people that are in entrepreneurship, you want to have a back door, but the back
hmm
door is not for the client, the back door is for
hmm
you. I
Right.
had to learn that.
hmm
What that looks like is when they don't show up, you like, I
hmm
don't feel as bad because this is what a back door look like. They bought a book, so they bought something. It's a
hmm
membership, so you're getting paid once a month
hmm
anyway from them.
hmm
Or you sell, or you have packages to where if they don't show up, that was one of your packages. They
hmm
already paid for that. So those are called backdoor things. I think
hmm
people should have that because I have those. So I
hmm
never have to feel that again because it's a tightening in your chest that you get
hmm
as an entrepreneur when you are depending upon. And
Right.
I don't want, and I used to be, but I never want to go back to being the entrepreneur that has to depend on the next person to come in. Yes, I want
hmm
people to come in because that keeps it above, but I want to be able to pay mortgage and buy food even if they don't show up.
Right.
I
hmm
want to be able to do that.
hmm
And people, they want to be able to do that as well. So you want to have some
hmm
backdoor things.
hmm
Yeah.
hmm Yeah, you're definitely right. You're definitely right about that. I have a lot of friends that post throughout the day about different things that, new things that's going on. And so, one of the issues when we think about financial pressures that comes up is, in regards to people not supporting your business, right? And it came out today that a certain singer came out with her own candle,
Okay. Okay.
and the candle is pricing at $60.
Mm-hmm.
And so, folks that's like, yeah, she got a liquor line now, and she also has this candle. And folks is like, there's other candle companies out there, everybody. You don't have to
Mm-hmm.
run, over there. She already got $1 million. Y'all don't have to run over there and grab no candle. And so, and so they like posted all these different candle companies, which I'm not mad at them because all I could say was, for my friend who posted it, kudos to you for
Yeah.
posting that today. You know what I mean? Because it was a lot of amazing, it was one amazing woman that was like, yeah, my company, I don't sell $60 candles, but I got beautiful candles, and she does have beautiful candles, and I'm just like, but what's going to happen is people going to act like this is the best thing since sliced bread,
Mm-hmm.
and it's going to push everybody else to the back burner. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like their businesses don't matter, and they, oh well, that is hers. You know how people get, and this
Yes.
causes stress, and so it was interesting reading that today, and I know that adds to a lot of financial pressures and stress for product-based businesses such as candle companies. Everybody
Yeah.
has a product,
Mm-hmm.
but it's all in the marketing. But this you have entertainers who don't have to do marketing. All they got to do is use their name, and it leverages enough. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and so but just for those that's out there, keep that in mind. Utilize small businesses. You know.
Absolutely. I love that. I love that.
Mhm.
Absolutely. And so
Yeah.
we're on the lows. How about uncertainty?
Yes. Uncertainty and fear of failure.
Exactly. So what that look like?
Hmm.
What will be how that looks like in entrepreneurship? Like what does that look like even when you working with people that are in business,
Hmm.
and what has that look like for you? Because I know that you work with a lot of people that's in business and you try to help
Hmm.
them and get them to scale and give them different tips and strategies and everything. So
Hmm.
what that look like when someone comes and they're like, okay, I want to start a business out Tyra and I want to do this and I want to dabble into entrepreneurship. However, I have uncertainty and I feel I'm a fail. What is your advice on
So,
that? What's your take?
so what I, what I typically tell a person that wants to start and feel like, oh my goodness, I don't know where to start first. I ask, why do you want to be in business?
Good
Right?
question.
Because a lot of people want to do what the masses is doing, not what
Mm-hmm.
what their calling is. And my thing is, if it's not a part of God's plan for you to be an entrepreneur, then we need to see what is in the plan for you. Let's talk about what it is you want to do. Now, what is it that you want to sell? Is it that something that you want to sell is a product or a service? Let's dive
Mm-hmm.
into that. There, yes, there is going to be fear, because of number one, fear is I don't want to use all my money. How can I start my businesses with no money at all? You know,
Mm-hmm.
is there businesses out there that I can start? Yes, there are businesses you can start with $0 down. Is being able to market those businesses, right? And being able to, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, one post a day and get it for you, because I'm be sitting here telling a damn lie. You know good and well you can't do no one post a day and think you're going to
No.
get sales.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta go super hard to get the sales that you need. You have to, really market yourself. You have to, if you're not a marketing, type of person, you might have to hire a team. There are companies out there that are very affordable, but with that, just being able to encourage them to basically, let's see what your hobbies are. What is it that is pulling you towards becoming an entrepreneur? And just
Exactly.
basically just sitting down, having that conversation, with them, because, like with COVID, we see how many businesses we seen open and close.
Exactly. Exactly. And how many businesses thrived during that time as well. It's
Hmm.
mine thrived during that
Right.
time. Yeah. So
Hmm.
absolutely.
Hmm.
Absolutely. So that's
You know,
that's very good.
hmm the other
Absolutely.
part is, the other problem that a lot of businesses have is work-life balance struggles.
Mm-hmm.
Being an entrepreneur is not easy. We wear multiple hats. We work long hours. It can be very difficult to have a healthy relationship, as well as
Mm-hmm.
maintaining a balance between your personal life and your business life, because you're constantly working, right? You're
Mm-hmm.
constantly working and doing so many other things that you're neglecting self-care. You may
Mm-hmm.
find yourself neglecting your physical health. Of course, you're neglecting your mental health because you're so busy. You're like, I ain't got time for no therapy appointment. I ain't got time for no life coach. I don't have time for none of it. But it's
Exactly.
being able to now to make time, and neglecting the relationships. That's like the biggest problem of all, with entrepreneurs. People come to me all the time, like, what do I do? I'm in a relationship and my mate don't understand, and the first thing I say is, well, did you have that conversation with them to let them know what you're doing so that this individual can understand
Exactly.
what it is that you have to go through with being an entrepreneur? Everybody's not going to be for
Absolutely.
everybody when it comes
Mm-hmm.
to being an entrepreneur, but but if you have that open line of communication with them, it should, things should be able to work out. But again, everybody has to be able to want to work together to make the relationships work, and
Mm-hmm.
you have to work on being able to know when to shut it off. I know it's hard, because I know it's hard for me, to shut it off.
Mm-hmm.
But we have to be able to shut it
Yeah.
off and shut it down when it comes to that. If I'm working 9 to 5, that's it. We have to have business boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The same way we put boundaries up and walls up and set limits for family members and friends and strangers, you got to put those same boundaries, limits, and everything else on your business as well. And being able to take that time to back away for maybe an hour or two, if it's during the day, or being able to
Mhm.
shut down at the end of the day, being able to take a lunch break, a bathroom break. It's
Absolutely.
people still don't be wanting to take bathroom breaks, child.
I know.
Go to the
And work from
bathroom.
home.
Yeah, and work from
Exactly. I'm
bathroom
like,
right
yeah,
next
it's
door. Don't want to
okay.
go. It's okay to take a
Exactly.
break. It's okay
You
to
are
take a break.
absolutely right about that. You are
Hmm.
right about that. And another thing with work life, you mentioned work life balance and
Hmm.
relationship. The
Hmm.
one that's not in a relationship, loneliness.
Yes, I was getting
Entrepreneurship
ready to get that.
will bring on loneliness. And
Hmm.
even if you're in a relationship, it'll still bring on
Hmm.
loneliness. And I want everyone to understand that because your family and friends are not going to support you as you may expect. Not all. Some people, families is
Hmm.
one thing, but I'm saying not all.
Hmm.
Your biggest
Hmm.
supporters is going to be someone that don't know you.
Hello.
Yeah. And I'm gonna be the ones to buy
Hmm.
your products and support you in your services and everything, that don't
Right.
know you. And family and friends is
Hmm.
not, and don't get upset because your vision is not their vision. So they can't see it.
Hmm.
They ain't supposed to see it. It's not their vision.
Right.
So loneliness
Hmm.
kick in because you start to feel I'm by myself. I mean, no one's
Yeah.
supporting me. Support yourself.
Hmm.
Support
Hmm.
yourself. What you feel
Right.
about that?
Yeah, I mean everything you said is fact on. When people lack the support systems and or feel like they don't have any peers or anything to share their experiences with, it does lead to isolation and detachment. And the thing is
Mm-hmm.
nobody likes to feel alone,
Oh
and
yeah.
is being able to, you know, find a community, join a community. Like I have a group called the Business Owner Support Circle, where
Mm-hmm.
we all work together so that business owners don't feel by themselves, and so anybody interested, I will post links and I will be going hard with pushing more information about business owner support circle because I know that this is something that a lot of
It's
entrepreneurs as
needed.
small business owners need. They need
That's
that
right.
outlet. Everybody needs an outlet at some point, to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
The other challenge is burnout. I can't, I would be crazy to not talk about the burnout that comes
Oh
from this,
yeah.
and this
Oh
is,
my
from
God.
the constant, yeah,
Burnout.
because it's the constant pressure the
Yeah.
constant pressure to succeed, and
Mhm.
perform well, and it's just like to the point where you become exhausted, and the productivity is not even where it should be, is reduced, and people show signs of this, and it's like the goal is to work now so that we can prevent the burnout. Like, let's work on developing some coping skills so that you don't have any burnout. You know, I'm gonna take another stab at other things that's happening in business. That's pitfalls that's been going
Okay.
on lately, right? That's
Okay.
not, on the list. People stealing people's ideas. So,
Yes.
girl, there's been thieves on these streets. These business streets is going nuts. Girl, let me tell you all
Yeah.
about the thievery that's going on in business. So, my
Really?
thing is, okay, so the thing is, we know there are always going to be people out there that's going to have the same business, right? And and it's okay that you have the same concept as another business owner. But what I'm gonna say is, don't copy and paste and post the stuff off their websites onto yours. That's
Oh wow.
downright copyright infringement. That is thievery. Right. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
girl, they doing, when I say businesses is businessing, child, businesses is businessing. Okay.
Oh
They doing
wow.
foul stuff like that these days. And it's not cool, and that causes a lot of stress, that causes a lot of upsetment, anger, I mean, I've talked numerous businesses off of the ledge, right?
Oh
From
wow.
going in on folks, because a lot of people this day and age, yeah, they don't want to take it to the law. They want to take it to the streets first. And it's like, no,
Exactly.
no, 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 no. It's a way to handle it, and don't do it this way, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's just, we understand that everybody has an idea, have a concept, but you need to find your own unique niche. Find your own unique twist of what is actually happening, right? And you do it your way, and it's
Mm-hmm.
okay. Sometimes when well, I'm not gonna say sometimes, all the time, when people steal other people's concepts or attempt to steal other people's visions, it don't come out the way they want it to. And the reason why it doesn't come out
Exactly.
the way they want it to is because it's not yours.
Exactly. And not only it won't come out the way you want it to, it's theirs. It's how they're doing it. Yes, there are similar businesses, but you have to tap into you. You can't cookie cutter because you may not get the same result. You may
Mhm.
not get you're making 20 grand a month. You probably only make $100. And you stole the concept,
Mhm.
but you're not delivering how they are
Right,
delivering. So you have to
right,
do your own. Yeah, so
right.
I don't think
Yeah.
whoever is doing that did not think that through.
No, they did. And it's so funny
Yeah.
because, right, to
Hmm.
it's levels to things that people do in business. And the one business I'm thinking about, and I know she's probably watching us on Facebook, is, I'm thinking, it's levels to it, right? Because at the end of the day, each time that something happens, it's, every time you do something within your business, things always change. And because
Yes.
of the changes, you always have to, okay, now I gotta one up my own self now, because now I gotta one up myself to make sure that everything
Yep.
is successful, make sure I'm doing all the right things. And that's what I love about, how we move when it comes to things like this. When adversity hits, being able to say, you know what? Screw that person.
Hmm.
I'm gonna spin this around. I'm gonna turn it around. I'm gonna spin it around, and I'm gonna make it work for me. And I'm gonna do what I gotta do
Right.
to make this work,
Exactly.
and continue on doing it the way that you see fit to do it, not the way others.
Exactly.
And just, and for my entrepreneurs that are experiencing this type of I'm gonna say disrespect. I'm gonna say, keep doing you. Keep doing your business the way you've been doing your businesses, and know
Hmm.
that, God has a plan for you. And that's why you're doing it, and you're successful at it. Just continue doing it, and don't let the naysayers and the other people, stop you from living your dream and doing what you need to do. The other part of
Absolutely.
entrepreneurship, I'm gonna say that, that we didn't talk about is partnerships.
Yes. Then what's the
Everybody
lows?
ain't
What
meant to
you
be a
think?
partner. Everybody
Absolutely
not
not.
be a partner. Everybody not meant to
Mm-mm.
be a partner. I'm sorry. And the thing is, we have
Mm-mm.
to sit down and look. At this point, we need questionnaires. I need questionnaires. I need, I need you to
I
take
agree.
all kinds of stuff. I need to know what your mental status is before going into business with you. I need to see. We need to really
Yeah.
have a. We need honesty. So that's why when you see it, entrepreneurship or authenticity, girl, they go hand in hand, because there's a lot of people out there that are not portraying their realness. They're not there. The authenticity isn't there. And the thing
Hmm.
is, when it comes to business and anything we do, communicate, 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 communicate. I can't stress being able to, you got these lips and this tongue and this sound that comes out, right? It's not in us for no reason. We need you to use it so that the other person understands. People understand what is going on. We see this all the time
Exactly.
in businesses, where people have business partners. I can't tell you all of the business. This one lady I met pre-COVID, booming business. She had a booming business. She had business partners. Girl, next thing I know, I seen her like right before the shutdown, and she was like, "Oh, girl, I had to shut down." Why? You had a movement, but she said,
Why?
"Girl, me and my partners didn't see eye to eye." I said, "Y'all didn't see eye to
Why?
eye." They didn't see eye to eye, and she
Oh,
said, "So we had to part ways, and it
okay.
parting ways came with a cost."
Yeah,
And when it
I
comes to the
see.
cost, you're either going to have a financial cost, or you're going to have a mental cost, or a
Mm-hmm.
physical cost, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
this
right.
cost that this woman paid was uh, monetary, as well as, mental, because at this point
Okay.
she was like, I went into a slump. Like, I never dreamt that I would have to buy my friend out of my business. Like, what are we doing? And she was like, and it was so
Yeah.
funny. Yeah, because she said, I never went in business with a woman because I was afraid this was going to happen. But I ended up in business with a man. And this, and all I could say was, well, you can't be down and thinking that women going to do that to you. What happened to you? Anybody can do.
Anybody can do it. Anybody. Absolutely.
You
Anybody can do.
know?
Oh, bless her heart. Yeah, because I know it's
Yeah.
difficult. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's difficult. I can
Hmm.
imagine. I definitely can imagine with that partnership
Hmm.
thing. They have to be laid back, easy going, and you're right. All types of what did you call it? You say they got to do a printout. They got to do a questionnaire.
We gotta do something. We gotta do something.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I think what it is when it comes to the business partners and things like that, everybody needs to be able to identify their capabilities, right?
There you go.
But at the same time, be willing to learn at least one of the capabilities just in case something happens, or
Mhm.
be able to contact someone with resources that can help you
Mhm.
with that capability as well, if that makes
Exactly.
sense.
Yes, absolutely, it makes sense. And place ego to the side.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I'm not going to even say place ego to the side. I'm going to say just speak up. Be able to
Mhm.
talk about be able to, if you're in a partnership with someone, that's a whole relationship.
It
You should
is.
be able to relate to your partner. You should be able to have
Exactly.
difficult conversations as well as easy conversations with your partner. If you can't have those conversations, then why you a partner with this person?
Exactly. So my advice to everyone, do your homework on your partner and also on yourself because everybody does
Mhm.
not have the emotional and mental bandwidth to be an
Mhm.
entrepreneur. Entrepreneurship is not for everyone. So it's
Mhm.
already hard and difficult, but choose your heart doing it
Mhm.
alone. Imagine doing
Right.
it with someone else when they don't have the mental and the emotional bandwidth to sustain because you're going to
Right.
have highs and lows, ups and downs. And if you
Mhm.
are in a partnership with someone that does not have the emotional and mental bandwidth, your
Mhm.
business is going to plummet unless
Mhm.
you are the fixer. And who wants to carry all the weight? Because when
That
it's time for accounts receivable, they're gonna want their money, but you didn't carry it all the way. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. In accounts payable, they didn't have the emotional bandwidth, but now accounts receivable and it's time to receive, and they're like, so where the money at? You get what I'm saying? So you have to do your homework. Like I know everybody can't work with me because I look and say, they don't have emotional and mental management. They don't know how to manage
Mhm.
themselves. If you cannot manage
Mhm.
yourself, you cannot manage a business. And I want
Right.
everyone to know that it's okay.
Mhm.
Entrepreneurship is
And
not for everyone. I know so many people that I would like to say to them if they ever ask, because I'm very honest, get out of the business. It's not for you, and that's okay. So, God put us here for so many reasons. Sometimes you just
mhm.
placed here to uplift everyone else.
Mhm.
Sometimes you
Mhm.
just placed here to help or to
Right.
get in where you fit in. It's
It's
not
be a worker
for
bee.
everyone, and that's
Mhm.
okay.
Mhm.
So we talked about the lows. What are
Mhm.
some of the highs and some of the successful aspects of being an entrepreneur?
Being resilient in the face of challenges. Being
Yes.
able to, yeah, being resilient. You know, being able to overcome some of the challenges that you that you may be able to have, that you are experiencing, excuse me. You know, resiliency does not mean avoiding difficulties, but learning how to bounce back from the setbacks and the failures. Using
Absolutely.
all of that as a learning skill. This is a
Mm-hmm.
learn from the failures. You know,
Mm-hmm.
when we, that's many successful entrepreneurs view failures as inevitable part of the journey and as crucial stepping stones to success. But it's being able to say, okay,
Mm-hmm.
I learned from my mistake. Now I know what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to
Right
do
on.
X, Y, and Z. I think, I'm gonna say one of the failures is that a lot of people talk about is like with the different payment processors. Trying to find the right one that works for them because all of them keep
Right.
eating up all the stuff.
That's
But
a hard one. Yeah.
that's a hard one, but that's, something trial and error. The next one is work life integration, not balance.
Mm-hmm.
We spend our whole life talking about work life balance, but no, it's work life integration. Rather than
Yeah.
striving for perfect balance, successful entrepreneurs often focus on work life integration, where the business and personal life complement each other. Okay, being
Mm-hmm.
able to integrate self-care into your daily schedule, being able to have personal time into your entrepreneurial schedule, being able to schedule downtime, setting realistic,
Absolutely.
echo that word again, realistic boundaries, and making time for your hobbies or your family. In the country of France, they shut down every day at 1 o'clock, right?
I love that.
um,
Mm-hmm.
for everybody to take a break. And I believe they shut down for like 1 to 2 hours, every day.
Mm-hmm.
This is something that has always been. You can go online and research and look it up, and if you want to fact check me, but this is something
I
that has
love
always
that.
been. This is something that we should have been adapting in our society, but we haven't, you know. But now it's time for us to start integrating this into our lives as well. The next is building a strong support network.
Mm-hmm.
Success isn't achieved in isolation. Entrepreneurs who thrive often have a strong support network, including
Yes.
mentors, peers, and advisors. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
So I encourage you all to, reach out to people, reach out to us, about our resources that we have. Again,
Mm-hmm.
I have its own support circle that also helps entrepreneurs, that make them feel less isolated and more connected. That's our goal. Less isolation, more connection. And so yeah, so that's another way. Being able to prioritize your mental health, that's a success strategy. You
Mm-hmm.
know, thrive as an entrepreneur, you have to recognize that mental health is just as important as your financial and your physical health in order to sustain a long-term successful business, right?
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
You know, we need you to be able to schedule that time to exercise, meditate. If it's going to therapy, going to therapy. Mental health is not a luxury, but a necessity for high performance and sustained success.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I need
Absolutely.
everybody to know that mental health is not a luxury, but a necessity for high
Mm-hmm.
performance and sustained success. I need you all to also celebrate your small wins because we don't celebrate the small wins. Congratulate
Exactly.
yourself. Be happy for yourself when the small things happen, when you meet the small goals. Set your goals low,
Mm-hmm.
celebrate them, and being able to know that it's okay to have a growth mindset because
I
some
love
people,
that. Oh, that
be
blew
afraid to
mine.
grow.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That I'm going to piggyback and I want to talk about mindset just for a minute because it
Yes,
has a
go
lot to do
ahead.
with entrepreneurship. I am here to tell
Mhm,
y'all, y'all know I play the devil's advocate with the tag team here. Y'all know I'm going to always bring the devil advocate to you because I always see the other part. Dr. Tyra is
mhm,
absolutely right. However, I do
mhm,
not recommend starting a business with a broke mindset because when you start with a broke mindset, you're so busy chasing the dollar, trying to pay rent, pay the car payment, and keep the lights
mhm,
on, that the
mhm,
business is
Mm-hmm.
not where it should be. Because one,
Mm-hmm.
you embezzling, because everything you bring in, you taking out, and you have
Mm-hmm.
that urgency, and you
Mm-hmm.
cannot scale with urgency on
Mm-hmm.
that type of level. So if you have a broke mindset,
Mm-hmm.
I don't suggest entrepreneurship. Now I want y'all to pay attention. I did not say being broke. You can start being broke, but I'm
Right.
talking about the mindset. So you don't have to have it in the bank account, but you got to have it here.
Right.
Because if you don't have it here and you start to bring it in, you're going to be back where
Mm-hmm.
you were in day 30. And you
Mm-hmm.
won't know how to sustain or keep the money. And you won't know how to
Mm-hmm.
sustain and keep it going because you can make your first 5,000 and never make it again. You can make your first 10 and never make it again because you did
Hello.
not sustain, you did not learn anything, and you came with that broken mindset. So
Mm-hmm.
I do not suggest anyone starting anything with a corrupt mindset when it's not right. Learn,
Mm-hmm.
learn first about
Mm-hmm.
entrepreneurship. That's my advice. Yeah.
Look, I totally agree with that. Totally
Mm-hmm.
agree. I mean,
Exactly.
if we didn't learn, another thing I would say, being able to leverage technology for mental health. Also,
Yes.
there's a lot of tools out there that mental health and wellness apps that people can use. Like Headspace, Calm, or Insight Timer. I believe Dr. Candace has an app as well, don't you, Dr.
Yes.
Candace?
Holistic harmony. Come on over there.
All right, so she has an app called Holistic Harmony. Make sure
Yes.
you download it,
Mm,
download it. So we are definitely look. We gotta get a commercial for Holistic Harmony. What's going on with that?
yes. Yes. We
So
got to do
we're gonna
that for my
create. We're gonna
membership.
create. Yeah, we're creating it. We gotta get it created. The
Yes.
Holistic Harmony app. So we're gonna have to get the team back together and get some stuff done. So we're going to definitely
Absolutely.
work on getting that done. Also, I'm going to say we need to start working on using more productivity tools like Asana, Trello, Slack, Geneva. These are tools to help
Mm-hmm.
entrepreneurs stay organized and reduce the mental burden of keeping track of tasks.
Mm-hmm.
I have a plethora of lists. I love Geneva, which is a free app, and I'll send it over to you, Dr. Candace. It's free, it's awesome. I highly recommend it. It's good if you have like private groups, right? So how you have your
Oh,
membership group, girl, you can send them messages in the app and they'll get it. I'm in a number of groups. I formed
okay.
my own group, so I'm going to send it over to you to make sure you have the Geneva app.
Okay.
It's definitely an awesome app to have. And yeah, and I have a number of them that is good to use. Being able to hire a virtual assistant if you can. They have
Mm-hmm.
a company I use, Pineapple, $8 an hour for the virtual assistants that they have there. So there is enough support systems out here. It's just being able to find the resources so that you can start implementing them into your business. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, and so yeah, so that's it.
Absolutely.
This was good.
Yes.
But one thing I was going to say that I left out that just it's a little thing but a big thing. People be looking for seats at tables. Let's get a seat at the table.
Yeah.
Gotta get a seat at the table. As I think about and reflect on this past year and thinking about all the tables that myself wanted to have seats at and wasn't invited, right? Wasn't invited to those tables, right? And that's when I was just like, I don't need to see that table. I create my own table, and the hell with that, I'm gonna create my
Mm-hmm.
own building, right? Because everybody's table ain't meant to be sat at, right? If we didn't learn anything from this year, especially with all these people being exposed, because a lot of people want seats at various celebrity tables and this table, that
Mm-hmm.
was it even worth it?
No. No.
Is popularity worth it?
No. No. I
It's
think
a
it comes
high
with
cost.
maturity.
Mhm.
It comes
It's a
with
high
maturity
cost.
and it
Mhm.
comes with clarity
Mhm.
for people to actually know that it's not worth it. That once you get clarity and once you tap into you
Mhm.
and know exactly who you are, what you want, what you're doing, your gift, living your purpose,
Mhm.
None of those things matter to you anymore, because it was
Mhm.
a time when I wanted a seat at many tables because I felt like I belong there. I want to do what they doing. I want to make what they make. I want to be where
Mhm.
they are.
Mhm.
Absolutely not. I don't have a table. I have a beautiful sectioner that I stretch out on by myself. There you go. I
I know
don't.
that's right.
I. I'm not. I'm not for that. I don't. It, like I said, it comes with growth
Mhm.
mentally and
Mhm.
emotionally, and it comes with clarity where you just like, no, I'm good. I am.
Mhm. And it's being able to get at that place of knowing that I'm good.
Yeah, like you don't
You
need
know,
all that. It doesn't take all that. There's enough
right?
money out there for everyone. It is.
Right.
And I'm gonna say this, and I know a lot of people that will watch this now and is watching it later
Mhm.
have heard this. There is a lot of money out there to be made.
Mhm.
But one thing about people, and as a behavioralist and as a
Mhm.
clinician,
Mhm.
people like to be told what to do and what they need. And
Mm.
as human beings, as the leader, when you don't know that, you like, I don't want to go in telling people what they need and what to do. Then you ain't gonna make it in entrepreneurship. Because I used to be one of those people. I am a
Mhm.
leader. I am a born leader. And I do run my own clinic. However, I
Mhm.
didn't want to come off, because some people think it comes off salesy, or it comes off as you're trying to tell people what to do, or it comes off a little bossy. No, it's us all in how you say it. It's in the
Mhm.
delivery. But
Mhm.
this is how people work. Okay?
Mhm. Mhm.
They have a need. Fix the
Mhm.
need, and that's it. They don't
Mhm.
care what school you went to, what
Mm-mm.
degree you got, if the
Mm-mm.
degree was shipped or if it was mailed or sent FedEx. They don't care. They
Right.
don't. They just want to know. Look, I got this problem. Can you help me? Whether it's the
Mhm.
candle lady, the customer just want to know. You got candles that smell good? Because that's all I want. I don't give
So,
a shit. I don't care what type of wax you using. Do your candles smell good? And are they 2 for 25? That's it. The lady that's selling body butter, let me tell you something. That lady want to know you got mango lime, coconut this. Do you got some shea butter up in there? And is it going to break out and help put eczema? That's it. Don't nobody care nothing about where you, no, no, no. If there's a therapist out there, look, they want to know, can you help them with their anxiety? They don't give a shit where
mhm.
you went to school. They don't care nothing about, can you help me? People want to be helped. Okay.
Right.
So my
Mhm.
advice, find the problem, the solution to the problem. Offer a
Mhm.
solution. Go to
Mhm.
people bold, like it says in the Bible. Go bold with
Mhm.
your boots on and say, I know you got a problem and I got the solution.
Mhm.
And it's up to them to say,
Yeah.
I want the solution from you, or I'm going to go over here. That's it.
Mhm.
It's not that hard. But what
Right.
makes it hard is not knowing the ins and outs about entrepreneurship and not knowing
Mhm.
how to say, because a lot of people got all these amazing ideas. They don't know how
Mhm.
to bring them to the table.
Right.
Find a solution to the problem.
Right.
Once I
Mhm.
learned that, it changed my life. I found
Mhm.
the solution to the problem, and find your people, find your audience. That's it.
Right.
Because I
Mhm.
know my people. I know my people. I turn down people that's not my people. Last year,
Mhm.
and I keep a track of it. Last year, I turned down, if I'm not mistaken, oh God, I know it was in the hundreds, and it had a five in it. It was either
Mhm.
125 or 145. People.
Okay.
They're not my people.
Mhm. Mhm.
Not my people. And people will say, well, Dr. C, did you turn away money? No, I didn't, because they weren't going to pay anyway. They're not my people. Did y'all hear
You know what?
that? Find your people. God is sending you your people.
Yeah, with
Find your
you.
people. It's the truth. What a lie. It's the truth. Find your people.
I
Stay the
can't with
course.
you.
It's the truth. I'm talking to all my entrepreneurs out there and all my small businesses. Continue to push your product. They're gonna talk about you when you don't push it. They're gonna talk about it when you push it. Continue to push your product. Can't nobody beat you up. You can't get no whooping. So go ahead and post. Do what you need to
Mhm.
do. Push your product, and God will send you your people. Your product is not for everyone. Your service is not for everyone. I'm not for
Mhm.
everyone. I am
Mhm.
for the working class, and I'm not ashamed to
Mhm.
say that. People come to
Mm-hmm.
me and they like, oh, Dr. C, I really want to come to your class. I ain't got no job. Well, I'm sorry. Now, sometimes I do have it where I'm like, I'm giving away two today. I do that. Yeah, let me love
Mm-hmm.
on you. I'm gonna give away two. I'm gonna give away five. But when we
Right.
want sessions and get down deep dive, I'm for the working class. I'm from the right now.
Mm-hmm.
I know my people. I know my audience. My audience is you
Mm-hmm.
got to have a job over here at Comprehensive West. That's just out the gate. Or you're an
Mm-hmm.
inheritance baby. You done won the lottery or something, but you got to have a job. You
Right.
can't come over here and be like, I slept all day and I'm gonna come. That's not my people. So over here,
Girl.
you gotta have a job and you gotta
Mm-hmm.
want to get do the work. So you
Mm-hmm.
gotta just know your people. I don't market to everyone. So
Right.
people will look at my numbers and say, and I've heard this true story. She's likable. She has personality. She has a good product. Why she don't have that many people? Because a lot of people don't want to see me coming. I'm real.
Mm-hmm.
I'm raw.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna get you out your comfort zone and I'm gonna tell you about yourself and don't nobody want to hear about themselves.
Mm-mm. They don't want to face their feet. They don't want to face their truth.
Yeah, so don't nobody really want to see me coming.
But that's
Yeah.
where we got that reality.
There you go.
People
There
don't
you
want to
go.
face their reality. That's when we think about the
Yes.
word reality. And are we living in reality? And what does reality look like?
hmm Yes, I think
You
we should
know?
do a topic on that. I think that would
Mm-hmm.
be great. Yeah, because I
Yeah.
felt that way today. We go through stuff too. And I had to laugh at myself during the broadcast at the beginning and say, is this my reality? Or is this something out of my scope? Or is this really
Mm-hmm.
my reality? And now having this discussion, what I was laughing at and what I'm going through, I can honestly say this, it's not my reality. I'm going to overcome
Mm-hmm.
this. This is temporary. I'm making it bigger
Well,
than what it is. It's not my reality.
let me tell you, it's a full moon tonight.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's probably why I had car trouble and all types of stuff. Oh, my God, this day. But I
Child,
got through
it's
it.
a full moon.
I got through it. And it was last night at my baby's game. You're right. But I got through
Mm-hmm.
it.
And
Yeah.
congratulations to Joshy doing his thing on that football
Yes.
field.
I know my baby made a touchdown out his shoes. Shoe off and everything. Just running with no shoes.
I ain't met him. He better do it. He better do it.
Yes, absolutely. But this was great. This
This
was
is
great. What is
great.
your last word for the entrepreneurs out there and the small businesses and all of the people that say, I have an idea, I have a product, or I have this amazing idea and it's something I want to start for myself.
Uh,
What is your advice to them?
Don't be afraid to follow your dreams. You
Please do.
be able to, I know sometimes fear sets in and it will discourage us and, put us into a whole negative mindset. But we got to lose the stinking thinking and we got to
hmm
keep ourselves as, keep yourself focused and keep yourself grounded and, do your best to believe in yourself so that you can take the initiative to start that business. Talk to someone, if you
hmm
don't have a friend or anyone to talk to, go to the local library because
Yes,
believe it or not, the libraries have business sections,
they do.
in them where they can talk to you about it. Here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, at the Philadelphia Library, we have the BRIC, and the acronym stands for the Business Resource Information Center that
Oh,
we have. And they have a whole team of staff that's there to help you. Believe it or not, I'm plugging the library. They actually do free headshots on
wow.
Thursdays. So it's no excuse for all you people, especially if you in the city of Philadelphia, to be sitting up
hmm
here with these calling yourself a business owner with these damn selfies as your
Yeah.
business page. There's no reason in this world that you should
hmm
have that when we have this service at the main branch, not your local branch. You have to go to the main branch on Vine Street, right? On
Oh,
17th and Vine to get this actually done, these headshots done. It's in the center of the city. You can't miss it.
I know it's
But
beautiful.
with
Okay.
that, don't don't give up on your dreams. Follow your dreams.
Yeah.
And that's my last word. What is your last word, Dr. Candace?
My last word for the entrepreneurs and the small businesses is to keep going. keep going. And I need you to fight. I need you to be resourceful because there are resources out there, but you have to be resourceful. And I need you to
Yes.
continue to fight for you. And when I say
Mhm.
fight for your cause, fight for your business, fight for your product, it's going to be hard. It has been hard for
Mhm.
myself. It has even been hard for Dr. Tyra. But if it's something
Mhm.
that you believe in and it's something that you really want to do, don't let anyone stop you. Don't die with that dream inside of you. Don't die and
Yes.
be on your deathbed or at the 11th hour with the shoulda, coulda, woulda. You don't
Mhm.
want to do that. Just
Right.
continue to keep going and it will happen. All this is temporary. It's gonna happen. God gonna send you
Mhm.
your people. Your people gonna
Mhm.
come. It's
Mhm.
trillions of people in the world. All you need is a couple thousand. You be all right, even if you're a thousandaire. If you don't make it to be no millionaire, you find you can be a thousandaire.
Mhm.
You know,
I
you
know
can
that's
just be okay.
right.
You'll be
I
okay.
know that's right.
You'll be
I know
okay.
that's
Just
right.
keep going. Because my 8 year anniversary is coming up in January. Everyone, one 1/17/25.
Mhm.
I will be in business for 8 years, and I've been fighting, crying, kicking, and screaming, and living my best life. So all that at the same time
Mhm.
for 8 years. 8 years. And I want to tell everybody, has it been hard? Yes. Have I had some good days? Amazing months, days, and years. Have I
Mhm.
cried? Yes. Have I laughed? Yes. Have I been rejected? Yes, in the beginning.
Yeah.
Can I be rejected
Mhm.
now? Absolutely not, because I'm no longer in that headspace where I can be
Mhm.
rejected. I'm no
Mhm.
longer, because now I look at my business and these new entrepreneurs and even some of the old ones will feel this way as well.
Mhm.
Once you get to a certain space and place in your business, you can no longer be rejected because you don't look at your business as a liability. I'm an asset. So you're not rejecting me because I'm an asset. I would have made your life better. So you won't look at
That's
it as
right.
rejection. You look at it like, oh, there's something
Mhm.
wrong with them. 'Cause yeah, yeah, so
Mhm.
you can't be rejected. So I can't be rejected. It's just like it's something wrong with them. But it's been a beautiful ride, and I ate every day. Did I have all the money I needed? No, but I ate every day. I ain't missed a meal in 8 years.
I
I ain't
know
missed a
this.
meal. I ain't missed a
And
meal.
not gonna
Maybe I've
start.
been the meals I wanted every day, but I ain't missed a meal.
And look, and not gonna start.
That's right. So you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Everybody can do it. It's a good. Well, not everybody can do it because it's not for everybody, but for the ones that
Right.
want to do it, keep going, and you will find out. You would definitely find out if it's for you. Please just take my last advice. If you do not have the right mental state,
Mhm.
don't start entrepreneurship because your bandwidth, it can't, because it can break you and it's going to end up someplace you don't want to be mentally and physically. So get
Right.
yourself together mentally first, because you can have a rich mindset with no money, because that's like me right now. Oh honey, I'm a millionaire. I'm sitting over here with like 23 million. I don't have that, but I got the mindset for it because I'm ready. So it's coming.
Yeah.
So when I get it, I'm like, oh, I was waiting on
Mhm.
you, and I know exactly what to do.
Mhm.
Some people be having the broke mindset and have a little coin, and they lose that coin in the same day. The
Right.
mindset. Get
Mhm.
your mind right.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
my last word.
All right. Well, we want to thank you all for taking time out of your schedule this evening to spend this evening with myself and Dr. Candace. We want you all to have an amazing, 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 amazing weekend. And we will see all of you soon. Have a
Yes,
good
thank you.
evening, everyone.